Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, where do I start today? Right, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is there's a lot of information coming out, a lot of claims coming out saying that it wasn't Ghislaine at the Congress deposition. I heard about it a couple of days ago, looked at the photos, posted something in my post section and went, oh, yes, they're right here. And then I thought I'd delve further with my pendulum and got different information. But, you know, it's still out there, so I'm going to address that today. And I also want to have a look at Matthew Mellon. He was the heir of the Mellon Financial Enterprise, was Bank of New York. He was the heir, and apparently yeah, I just no longer with us, unalived, I believe, back in 2018. I just want to have a bit of a closer look at that because my guides are saying you need to have a look at this. And when my guides say I need to take notice. Now, last time I'm going to mention it probably for at least another week. If you're having issues with the volume, go into the cog on your YouTube video and turn on your stable volume. That does apparently make the volume right. So just be aware of that. Okay, happy Chinese New Year. Hope you're having a deep breath. Hope you've been grounded. Interestingly enough, I stood outside in the sun earlier today on the grass and feet at shoulder width and went, right, I am going to ground myself, and I absolutely solidly, is it called hara or something along those lines, where you anchor yourself right down into below the crust but above the mantle. There's like a skin that allows the crust of the earth to slide, almost like a fascia with the muscle, or fascia with the muscle. Sorry, I better get that pronunciation right. Allows the crust to slide over the mantle. You anchor yourself into that fascia. And I did so, and wide as me, absolutely shot up into the air and out into the stars. It was just the most amazing energy. And funnily enough, I heard a fighter jet was doing a circuit, and I could actually hear the pilot say, "What the heck is that?" As there was this thin white light. But I don't think anyone's going to believe him when he says it, so when he lands. So that was really interesting. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? Back down on Earth. So don't forget to anchor yourself. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to grab pendulum and have a look at Ghislaine at the deposition. I did the reading afterwards, did the pendulum after I had looked at it, and I got quite clearly, yes, it was her. Yes, she was still in jail. And I also got, and I'm like, but why does she look different? What my guides were telling me was that there had been, by the GOP, they had organised for her to have a haircut, so that she looked like the Ghislaine of old, to try and play on, yes, we still have power over you sentiments. But I also got that she had actually had her nose smashed in by another inmate. So come on down. It's amethyst that's been with me, 25 plus years. Bit of wire from the craft shop and just a chain that was in my drawer. And because I find bought pendulums don't work for me. Right, now I am holding you here so you can see it's not me waggling away. Pendulum going round and around and around tells me it's ready for a question. Was that Ghislaine at the deposition? Back and forth is a yes. Can you tell me, please? Now, the reason why her eyes look different and the in-between one was because it was taken from a higher angle and she was looking up, just slightly higher, but sort of above nose height instead of below nose height. And we do look different when it's like standing front on and standing side on. We look a lot thinner standing side on. Had Ghislaine's nose been broken? Is that why her nose looked different? Had her nose been broken? And that's a yes. I will throw some cards on it. Actually, I'll throw my yes-no cards as well. As you guys know, there's 12 yes, 12 no's, and 2 blanks. Was that Ghislaine? As I split the deck, I get yes. That was the one on the inside of the deck. This was the blank card I got from the State of the Union one, the earlier. Okay, was that Ghislaine at the deposition? Was that Ghislaine not at the deposition because she wasn't actually there, from what I understand? Was it Ghislaine pleading the fifth? Was that Ghislaine pleading the fifth in front of the committee? Was that Ghislaine pleading the fifth? Yes. And this one was a blank. Yes. Okay, had Ghislaine, only because this, I think I got the blanks there because of the rumours. Had Ghislaine's nose been broken? Just tell me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Believe it or not, there is actually in the jail systems some sort of justice. They do not like kitty fiddlers at all. So that's why I was getting her nose was broken. That's why it looks slightly different. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. What I want to have a look at is Matthew Mellon. Oligarchical money and kids in the past. This is the oligarchs protecting their money. And we've got here, this is my child trafficking, my EPS files. Matthew Mellon, right, okay, a little bit of background. Matthew Mellon was the heir to the Mellon Bank, also known as I think it was Mellon, Bank of New York Mellon or something. It's now just purely Mellon Financial. He was the heir. Now, apparently he went to Kane, and the Mellon Bank, Bank of New York Mellon, has been named in the EPS files. And he apparently himself, Matthew Mellon, appears in some of the emails to and from EPS. And what happened when he was 54, apparently he went to Cancun in Mexico in 2018 to go into rehab. Now, what happened then? Didn't make it. Apparently he passed away from a heart attack just before he went into rehab. Now, my guides are going, twitch, twitch. No, he didn't. I mean, as in, yes, he passed away, but no, it wasn't a heart attack. Okay. So his cousin Timothy apparently then ended up inheriting Mellon Financial, MELLON, Mellon Financial. He's very much a recluse. Apparently last year when funding was ceased for, was it ICE? Or no, the Army. When funding, when the government shutdown happened, I think it was September last year or something, he came forward with 130 million or something to pay the Army or whatever it was. It might have been more than that. So, but he's very much a reclusive, and I really get that Timothy Mellon, not only is he quite tied up in things, but he was the unexpected heir. He wasn't prepared for the inheritance. He didn't expect it, and he's a bit not sure what to do. So he's very much, I'm getting very much become a puppet because he uh, he didn't know what to do with it, with the inheritance. Okay. Also, what happened with Matthew Mellon? Apparently, he had $500 million in crypto, and when he passed away, unexpectedly, he never left his account number and password anywhere. So therefore, no one can get access to it. So that was interesting as well. Okay, but what do I want to have a look at? Well, the things with this coming out in the files, it's going to change everything. But I want to have a look at Matthew Mellon. I am really secrets being revealed. I think that he, 2018, that was when did Epps pass? Did he pass in 19? Oh, God, I should know. Hang on a sec. Yeah, he passed in 2019. He was under investigation for a while. Okay, was Matthew Mellon, I'm using the mystical manga cards, was Matthew Mellon, right, found himself surrounded by these sorts of truth closing in on him, and it became too much. I think and this person here with this Ten of Wands had a lot of information they were going to present. I get the feeling, I can't shake the feeling that he was to protect, by the moneyed men, to protect their dark secrets. He was sent to meet his maker, to keep the boundaries in place with that judgment card, Nine of Wands, to protect. But then we have the Hermit. Is this the brother? I think this is just investigation in the swamp. King of Swords, the High Priestess, the Devil, and Russia. Okay, so that pretty much confirms it for me. Yeah, I think he was going to tell some stuff and was taken out to protect. Tell me what we need to know about the Matthew Mellon's supposed heart attack in 2018. Now, that's not to say he wasn't using drugs or anything, but let's have a look. Matthew Mellon, right, unalived. Four of Swords. Four of Swords, to keep quiet. Challenged by the Wheel of Fortune because something had changed. Something had changed in his way of thinking, with the Wheel of Fortune being the challenge, where he could have brought those on top down. The snake is on the top here. The angel is on the bottom. It looks like a young child. He had young children. Okay. Yeah, I think he was taken out because he was going to tell. He was talking to somebody. The energy that he was in, the Two of Cups, trying to come to some sort of deal, some sort of arrangement here. In the past, you've got the Temperance, but these jugs that they're pouring from cup to cup are tied up in the silks. The Alchemy, pouring from cup to cup, but find balance and trying to restore balance and moderation as the sun rises behind. Crowning this reading, it's my money laundering card, the Two of Pentacles. He was at a crossroads in regards to this. I think he had broached just discussions with somebody, and it was to do with money laundering. Okay. The sabotage, the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit with the Five of Swords there that took place. Oh boy. We've got externally a false victory or being knocked off his horse. Being knocked off his horse. Okay. Internally, Page of Wands, because he was going to bring forward inflammatory information. Okay. The hopes and fears, the moneyed parasites, wanting to stay in their life of luxury. The outcome, you've got the Hierophant, keeping a lid on things, the government keeping a lid on things, or the regime keeping a lid on things, but the Strength card, trying to tame the beast. Trump might blab something, or already has, because there's the Page of Wands information being brought forward about money, big money, and children, and the Epps files. And it is dark with the Moon card. Dark, and it is devastating. But Ten of Swords, I think he was taken out because he was going to Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, ending of happy families, and the Seven of Swords, deceit, betrayal. Yeah. I think he was taken out because he was he had children of similar ages, and he was having a bit of an epiphany moment. Well, there you go. Word for the day, epiphany. Okay, will this ever be uncovered? I'm getting no. I'm hearing no because it was soft tissue. I'm actually getting, unless someone brings forward information, what I'm actually getting is a wire to the heart. God, I feel like I'm in a Sherlock Holmes movie. I'm getting a wire to the heart. Might be some unexpected information comes forward that can, with the King of Swords here, which is about legal action, but don't know that they'll be able to prove anything. Trust me, it wasn't frog poison, but I'm getting a wire, inserted wire. Yeah, these two cards jumped out. Money laundering, dark money, connections to Russia, and he had come into this information with the Seven of Pentacles here, and he was looking at it differently. And I'm getting that he was looking at it differently because he now had young children of his own, and he was going to bring forward a new start. Oh, man. Will this be revealed? They won't find it from the body, even if they exhumed him. He may have been, yeah, he was walking away from this greed. He turned his back on it with the what is it? That's the Eight of Cups, the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups. He turned his back and walking away from this greed is what I'm getting here. Okay. Will there be some documentation that comes out? This card does not want to go in. Will there be some documentation that comes out? Even though I put it back randomly, there it is again. Will there be some documentation that comes out? Walking away, the Chariot. It was his challenge overseas. Star in the past. As I said, he had almost like an epiphany. in the past, went overseas. The Chariot working out how to move forward with this. The manipulation with the Magician. Six of Swords, packed up some legal information and tried to get away. Page of Cups, externally, he was going to bring forward unexpected information that would blow everything open with the Sun card internally about the dark money, the hopes and fears, the dark money, the three. Page of Swords, a whistleblower. Queen of Wands. Outcome, Queen of Wands. His wife, Four of Wands. Somebody might approach his wife, and then we've got the World, bringing it forward, Strength, and Page of Wands, information being brought forward. Somebody got paid off with that Six of Pentacles. Two of Swords, King of Wands, nightmare situation, treason, documentation coming forward, and investigation. I think there's going to be a whistleblower that approaches the widow. And she might bring it forward. They'll try and blame her as being this, the grieving, insane widow and all the rest of it, but someone was paid off to do this. They themselves are now at this intellectual crossroads. They've been thigh deep in a swamp and having to decide whether to come clean or not, but there's the King of Wands. This is taking action, fiery information, action, to ease the conscience on getting there with that Nine of Swords and the Three of Hearts, the betrayal. Page of Coins, bring forward information about the money that'll set off an investigation. I think someone's gonna... Right, so you've got trying to protect here on the bottom with the Nine of Wands, you've got the Judgment card, and you've got the moneyed oligarchs. I think there's either information's gonna come out or somebody's gonna come forward. I don't think his passing was natural causes, let me put it that way. Okay, I'll leave that there. I shall see you tomorrow. Please take care, look after yourselves, be polite, be nice. One big happy community. Catch you later. Bye-bye.